Mountaineer fans, let's get ready for some basketball, press Virginia hoops, high-flying action, and all the upcoming Big 12 action. From Morgantown, this is the Bob Huggins Show.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, as they say, and that's because the Bob Huggins Show returns. Nick Farrell here, sitting in for Tony Caridi, along with the coach of the Mountaineers himself. Let's go inside the Encova Insurance Coach's Corner. Encova Insurance encircling you with coverage. Coach, 6-1, entering Big 12 play. How you feeling about your team?
I think we've got a lot of work to do, but they're trying, they're working at it. We obviously had a chance to beat Gonzaga and miss free throws and maybe a missed call or two, and we're maybe 7-0 and number one in the country. So hard to complain right now.
Commissioner, you mentioned the 3 Big 12 games that have been postponed at the time of our discussion midweek before the September 12th opener for West Virginia. Has your confidence wavered at all because of those postponements, that the Big 12 is making the right decision to move forward with fall sports?
Well, it's important to note that the 2 of the decisions not to play were in the favor of the opponent. One of them was a American Athletic Conference team, Tulsa, and the other was a Conference USA team in Louisiana Tech. And so I think our protocols are working well. I think our doctors feel good about where we are, but we're walking a very narrow path. This is not a time to declare victory, and this is not a time to get bullish about what we're doing. We have to be very careful. We have to move forward slowly. We have to make small adjustments.
WVU football completed fall camp without a single active case of COVID-19. You've worked with Shane Lyons throughout this process. How has he been a leader, not just nationally, but for what you guys are trying to accomplish as a conference and what West Virginia is trying to accomplish?
Well, Nick, I'm really glad you asked that question, because Shane has been a true champion throughout this process. As you probably know, he chairs the Football Oversight Committee of the NCAA. I think he sometimes curses me under his breath because I was his predecessor in that role and got him into it and got him onto the NCAA Council. But he has done a spectacular job for not just the Big 12 and not just West Virginia, but college football as a whole. And I would also be remiss if I didn't give credit to President Gee. He has been through the wars as a longtime university president and has been a real stalwart in terms of advising me and advising our board.
Those many sacrifices made by many people, Shane, will you appreciate this fall sports season any differently than you would a year past?
Very much so. I'm just looking forward to January, but then I, as a matter of fact, just right before this call, Nick, I'm already starting to work on basketball. So, it goes from one sport to the next, and but I'm excited. I'm excited for these young athletes. They were away from the game for so long, and I look at it from an athletic director's point of view that my job is to serve the student athletes, and I heard from many of them that they wanted to compete. Making that happen for them is a reward.
Well, Shane, the timing of this award is absolutely impeccable. It's almost a year to the day that we had that unforgettable day in Kansas City, which is where you are right now. March 12th, 2020, Big 12 tournament shuts down, NCAA tournament shuts down. And we had an interview with you just like this one, although it was in person, in a hotel room, discussing the future of college athletics. So now that it's been almost 1 year to the day, Shane, how rewarding is it to be back in Kansas City with the Mountaineers playing postseason basketball?
Well, it's a little surreal, to be honest with you, Nick, and to be back here. I mean, it's a good feeling, but at the same time, as you mentioned, this was where it kind of all came to a screeching halt last year, and we were doing a couple interviews, and we didn't know what the future was going to look like. It's been a long year in a lot of ways, but it's been a short year in a lot of ways as well. It feels like, we were just here. But then I look back and think of all the challenges that we've had. And, and our goal this year was to compete. We made it through the fall seasons with some of our sports, football and soccers and so on. And now we're into the spring of, getting closer, to finishing up basketball. So, I'm very proud of that, but it's had some obstacles along the way that we've worked through and navigated. So, it's been quite the year.
Final segment here on the Bob Huggins Show. Nick Farrell with you, along with the head coach himself. We step back inside the Encova Insurance Coach's Corner. Encova Insurance encircling you with coverage. Coach, Big 12 play about to resume, but a quick note here before we jump into that conversation. The win over Northeastern was number 299 for you here at WVU. Next win will be 300 at West Virginia. I know you're not the type of coach that dwells on milestones, but is there something significant to you, Coach, that you've had so much success here at your alma mater?
I had no idea. I was told that last night after the game. I don't pay any attention to those kind of things. I'm here to try to coach these guys, make them better, and win games for the people in the state of West Virginia. I know how important it is. I said last night, I mean, I'm a poor kid, grew up in Doug Hill, for those people who don't know, that's suburban Saberton, but back to Holla, as we used to say. But, I love being back here. I love the people. I love the opportunity to be able to go to the Coliseum and play games, a place where I had the opportunity to play.